everybody to this online workshop. Thank you very much for signing up. I've got my co-host Melanie. Do you want to give a quick wave? There she is.
Hello everyone.
There she is. She's from Sussex Social. So between us, hopefully we can field some of the questions that you have. Now, I have to start off by saying this is a generic workshop, and so it is a bit of a one-size-fits-all, and video can be quite specific to certain industries. So it might be that what I'm saying isn't quite appropriate, but hopefully everybody will learn something as a result of it. Okay, so video's actually become bonkersly important in the last week since we've all been told to stay at home. And with that, it's great, but you now have to get super competitive because you're going to see a lot of video coming out in marketing and in different ways, because it's one of the easiest ways of now communicating with your clients. So what I'm hoping, and the aim of this workshop, is that you will, as a result of it, be able to make some marginal gains to some of your videos that will just help with the presentation, so that you get nice sticky videos that people will want to keep watching. And if that's just a few little things that you learn, then brilliant. That's my job done. So we are all competing for people's attention at the moment. So it really is worth, I think, possibly giving this a little bit of thought in the next few weeks. And this will give you an advantage, I definitely feel. So I've only got a few slides to go through. I don't want this to be death by PowerPoint, and hopefully it's useful stuff. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going to start off with the equipment that I recommend. It might be that you've bought some, it might be that you are looking to buy some stuff. So there's 3 pieces of stuff that a bit of kit that I'd recommend. This is a Rode mic, which this particular one fits into an iPhone. And I have to say, at this point, I don't know for any of the other Androids, I don't know what fits. This piece of kit is brilliant. Annoyingly, it's gone up by 20 quid in the last week, the buggers at Rode. And all it does, these photos are a bit rubbish, I got them from Amazon. It just plugs into the socket where you charge your phone and you are good to go. And that is all you have to do. It's literally plug and play. That is it. I've got all the links to all the equipment that are on here, which I'm going to send to you on a file, so that you can go and have a look. But as I say, annoyingly, the price has gone up of that. Okay, so on the left of your screen is a ring light. This is cheapest chips. This has actually come down in price in the last week. I think it's under 20 quid, this particular one. And it comes with a small tripod, so you can put it on desktops really easily. It's got a grip to hold your phone in. And can I? Actually, no, I can. Can you? I know this sounds really stupid. Can you see me with the screen with the mouse? Can everybody see that? Yeah, Lynn, you're saying yes. Good, excellent. So there's a great grip here. You can put the phone in. I'll just take your phone case off first, I would recommend. And this little device here is the remote control. And this is absolutely worth the equipment in its own right, because what you can do here is you can actually, I've lost my mouse, you can actually stop and start from sitting down. So you don't have to do the embarrassing bit of going up, pressing record on your camera and then sitting back down again. You can literally go start, go, stop, and finish your video, which means you can reduce your editing. In fact, the idea is actually no editing at all with those kind of videos. And that's if you're filming a particularly dark place, that is a good piece of kit to have. It is getting lighter now, so you might find that is not as necessary. The only thing I say is that remote control, which is actually worth it on its own. The last bit of kit that is a suggested piece of kit is a tripod, and this is a tripod that you can put on the floor, and it means you've got more flexibility about where you film. So if you want to be filming outdoors somewhere, or somewhere else in your house and you haven't got a surface to put a camera on, then that gives you the practicality to do that as well. I think that's gone up slightly in price as well in the last few weeks, which is a bit annoying. That particular one, I have to say, it's quite flimsy. I mean, the professional one that I have, I think is worth about 800 quid, and it's bloody heavy. This is like 30 quid and it is very flimsy, so you will have to look after it. But if it's going to get you through the next few weeks, it's probably worth the investment, I would say. This is just my little reminder. If you do buy anything on Amazon, and all my links are on Amazon, can you order via Amazon Smile and donate to charity? And I would obviously recommend something like kangaroos, but it means you can actually give back to a charity right now when charities are, you know, really desperate for any donations. Okay, so next section of this presentation is how to set up your shot. I can say, don't do it like I'm doing. It's really bright in my office at the moment, and so this is really probably the worst place you can go, but it's for me right now. That would be more ideal because the light source is in front of me. My camera's not particularly good on this laptop, it has to be said. So, but it's a lot more even. I personally, again, would recommend you film from your phone as opposed to your laptop. It just depends on the camera quality. And if you've got quite a brand new fancy pants phone, the cameras will be brilliant. You can also, as they put the microphone into the phone and use that. I would do a test if you're going to look to film on your laptop. I would check the quality of the camera first before you start shooting loads of different films, just in case. And then compare and contrast. Maybe do something on your phone, and then and see what it's like. Again, I wouldn't film where I am now, but I'm happy to do a Zoom phone call because there's so much rubbish going on behind me. There's lots of shelves. There's a picture of my dogs that have died. You know, there's all my stuff on the wall. I don't know, can't see it particularly well. It's a bit bright. I would try and get a plainer background. Now this is a bit tricky. Before coronavirus, that was probably a bit easier because you had a lot of flexibility where you could go. Now you're looking at you know, you've got so many more limited spaces to actually do this. So it's going to be a lot tougher. It could be the weather's nice, so it could be that you can go into the garden to film. And again, like me, you've probably got children around and husbands or family. It could be that in actual fact you're really quite limited as to when you can film. So it might be you want to film at the evening when the kids gone to bed or something like that, just to so the sound isn't in the background. It is tougher. It is going to be more challenging. But because of that, I think though people are a little bit more understanding. So I don't think anyone's going to reach perfection in the next few weeks whilst you're filming from home. So the next thing is the tripod. If you get try and have your camera in your eye line. So in actual fact, that would be a much better position to film from than down here. The angle coming down isn't as flattering, and the angle going up as well is really, really unflattering. But hopefully you can see that as example. So here, have the lens on your eye line. Now let me find my mobile phone. I'm just going to skip to one of the points further down, and you need to check where your lens is. And this is one of the things that I see with people that do their own videos, is they're never looking at the camera, because where the hell is the camera? It's really hard to see. So what I often recommend is actually you get something like a post-it note or something, just so you can direct yourself to where the camera needs to be. So you don't actually need to see yourself when you're filming, because you get very distracted by your image if you are filming yourself on your phone. So then stick something on your phone and then put a little arrow. I don't know if you can see that. So where your camera is, and try and remember when you're filming yourself to keep looking at not yourself. But I should be looking up here actually, but I'm not. I'm looking at my own image, so I'm not even talking to you now. So if you're actually doing something you're going to record, try and keep looking at the lens. I'll try and do it from now on. Do a test video before you even start doing your proper videos, because you'll be amazed at the things you probably need to correct. You might be, the framing might not be correct, and I'd try and recommend that you try and keep fairly central to the shot, and get rid of angles. Sometimes you can get some funny angles as well. Try and make it look really neat, and you need to step back, film yourself, have a little look at that, criticize it, even show it to your family they're all the people you can speak to at the moment, and see what they think of that. How does that look? You can always send a photograph to me if you want to screenshot it, and I'll have a look and see if there's any improvements that can be made with this. So okay, and another good tip, although you can't necessarily see it when you've got long hair, it's great if you can see both ears. If you're like this, then it's just a little bit off-putting, and if you are looking directly at the camera, you should be able to see both ears at the same time. It's just a useful little tip. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Okay, so now in terms of performance, and this I truly believe is where you will differentiate yourself in your videos, because you need to stand out. And there are lots of things you can do, because you would not believe how much the camera lens or phone lens absorbs your personality, and you lose it. You can really think you're projecting and you're being engaging, and then you watch it back and you go, oh my God, that was really dull. In actual fact, that was really boring. People are not going to want to watch dull, boring shit. I'm sorry, I do swear. Apologies for that. You need to make it a lively performance. So here are a few tips that you can do. You can do things like speed up your conversation, and also maybe, you know, start to slow it down. And then you can put pauses in there as well for really dramatic effect. And you can see, hopefully you can hear me as well, I'm sort of changing my pitch and tone as well. So I'm trying to really add some colour to the way that I'm speaking, so that you really do grab people's attention all the way through the video, because they may not be as interested in what you're talking about as you are. Again, you can use volume, so you can start being a little bit quieter, or use your volume to go, do you know what, I'm really passionate about videos, or all those sorts of things you can really use as tools to make it more interesting. This is a hard one, projecting yourself. You really have to perform, and this is quite hard. A lot of people's comfort zones are to stick with, you know, within their own scale, and you have to step slightly out of that, if not take a leap out of that, and actually really project and perform. You're acting to a certain degree, but if you are talking about a subject that you love and you're passionate about, then that should come through all of your language and all of your body language, so that you're actually kind of picking people up on the ride as well. Truly understand what you're saying. I know that sounds really logical, but have it clear what it is you want to say in your message. And it depends really on what the video purpose is. If it's a marketing video, which is most of the things that I do, have your message clear. If it's something a little bit more, if you're going to give somebody a 5-minute tutorial on something, again, make sure you're clear of what it is you want to say. If it's a short video, you probably don't need that much content to have in your head. If it is a longer video, you might need some prompts as the information that you need. You might want to put some post-it notes around just to remind you that you want to say. And the last thing is to practice. And do you know what? We've got a bit of time to practice now, so there's no excuses really. You can do some videos, get yourself set up, practice, and watch the videos through. And the hard part is watching them. But once you've got over the fact that you probably don't like the way you look, you think you look really old, and you don't like your voice, I think once you've got over those things and go, well, that is the way I am and that's what everybody sees and hears, then you are in a good position to start going, okay, what I could do here is actually be a little bit more imaginative, or a bit more project myself a little bit more. You really have to look back and think, what is it that I like, and what is it that I need to improve on? And the more you do it, the better you get. And I'll tell you what, you'll all be absolute superstars in about 5 weeks, or however long we're in isolation for, because you've got plenty of time to practice. Okay, that is generally the top line information that I wanted to cover today, because I'm worried about firstly overloading you or giving you information that you don't need. We are going to hand over in a minute to some lots of questions, which I think might be more valuable than me spouting on for too long. I do want to just give a quick plug, because as far as I'm concerned as a business, I'm still trying to get business, and I don't make any apologies for that. I can still provide editing services, and I can also help with video coaching as well. If you know somebody that you think might benefit from any of those services, I can work online. I am fortunate in that situation that I can still do some stuff for people. So if you know an industry that's absolutely laughing at the moment and has some spare cash, then and they want to do some videos, then please put them my way. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, how do I go back? Oh, no. Beg your pardon. Sorry. And then lastly is just some of my social media pages. Apologies for the dog in the background. If you can give me a share or on any of these, share a like on any of these platforms, or if you want to keep in touch, that would be fantastic. And that is also a small favour you can do for me. And now I'm going to go over to some questions, and I can see that there are some questions coming in already. So let me have a